Who has had an irreversible influence on your life? For many of us, it might be coaches, parents, but for me, it's a special teacher. Throughout my years as a student, many teachers have come and gone, some cherished for life and some just a faint memory. In my mind, no one has had a better influence than this remarkable person. Certainly, teachers have made a huge difference in our lives. So today, I would like to pay tribute to my fourth grade teacher, Mrs. Diane Kelly. Mrs. Kelly is the quintessence of warmth, good nature, and creativity that she has shown in the 1 year I was so fortunate to have been her student. Mrs. Kelly taught her students by her example of warmth. She cared for her class. Once, when one of the students didn't have their homework, she wasn't disappointed. Instead, she talked to that person and listened to their side of the story. Once they finished, she told them gently, "Don't make this a habit." She shared her stories with us when she was growing up as a child. She made every student feel special by acknowledging even our birthdays. On my birthday, she got me a crown and she got the whole class cupcakes. It was one of the best days of my life. It made me feel special. She did something different for everyone's birthday because she always said we were all different and unique. She was a true example of a good-natured person. She was always kind, unselfish, and put others before herself. She never liked to miss a day of class, even when she was ill or even when her husband was getting surgery. She always treated us with such kindness that it was really overwhelming. Once, one of the teachers was expecting a baby. Mrs. Kelly planned a whole party for that teacher and their class and even my class. It was amazing to see her do all that by herself. It truly touched me. There was never a day when you couldn't find Mrs. Kelly with a smile on her face. She was always happy, and her happiness rubbed off on everyone else. The last attribute that I would like to recount was her creativity. This was the one characteristic that she had that I personally admired the most. She loved writing and reading, and honestly, she's the one who got me reading so much. In class, we were learning about the ocean and all the inhabitants, the ecosystems. Mrs. Kelly decided to transform the whole classroom like the ocean, with blue walls and bubbles and fishes, everything, and even a lobster cage hanging from the ceiling. It was really beautiful, and it made class more fun and exciting. Another example of her creativity was she would always give us a random picture to look at and told us to write what the first thing came in our mind. Some days, she would bring the most random books and read it to us. She encouraged us to think outside the box. Her creativity was one of the characteristics that inspired me to be so creative and love writing and reading. She did not do anything that was ordinary. She always said, "It's a new day, so do something different every day. Why follow the repetitions of life when you can be unique and exciting?" That was her motto, and that really made me think of what I'm doing every day of my life. She changed my outlook on life. Yes, one life to live, so why not live it to the fullest? I'm sure we all had teachers who were unique and special in our lives, but I hope you can now see Mrs. Kelly's warmth, good nature, and creativity made her special to her class as well as to me personally. The impact this person had upon all of those who met her have clearly impacted me. On the last day of school in fourth grade, she told me, "Yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present." I would not be half the person I am today without her. She told us life is precious and beautiful. Years have passed since I've been in her class, but her life and what she taught will carry on through mine.